Hello, my name is Travis, and this is Travis Does Kayak Fishing. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's not a fishing video. I'm going to recap kind of what happened to me at Santee Cooper, how it went pretty bad. It's a very tough lake. It's a very unique lake. It's a lowland reservoir. We don't have a lot of those here in South Carolina. I actually think that's the only actual one. I struggle immensely on it. It's very grass heavy, and the water right now is just really bad. It's completely washed out. The ramp I wanted was baits, just utterly flooded. Couldn't even get down to safely launch even in my 4x4. And at the end of the day, me and the guys I was camping with, we tried to execute together. We found some stained water over at Harvin, and everything seemed fine. We found some fish pre-fishing. Finally, at the end of the day, we started up in Low Falls, and we realized this area wasn't hitting our strengths. We both moved. I scouted all the ramps on the south side of the lake, and he went down the north, and he found the clearest water. So we found that the fish were in the back of the pockets for some reason. Like, you go to the creeks, like the very backs, and they were already back there as if they're preparing to spawn. You know, he managed to pull in a nice 20-incher from back there. He managed to get him a 13, 14-inch or something like that. And then the next day, our plan was start out in there finesse fishing. We worked around. We found a couple bass just on some emerging sticks out of the water, but it just really didn't go well for us. Anybody at our ramp, it didn't seem to go well for. If you caught anything there, you seemed to be doing something. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is I just didn't perform well. And I found initially I was beating myself up, and I tend to do that when the fishing has been bad and I'm headed home. I tend to down talk myself, and I'll say, you know, you dumb, why didn't you switch it up and do this instead? You know, if they weren't in the back of the pockets, why didn't you move offshore and fix the structure like you know how to? And I didn't do those things. So instead of beating myself up, I went to the weigh-in. I had some pizza with the guys. I heard what the winners were doing and found out how a lot of it was kind of similar to what I was doing, but they just had better luck. They were better anglers. They were more lucky, whatever you want to define it as. But they were the winners on the day, and I couldn't compete with them. I couldn't even get in the same ballpark. I only caught like 3 fish. Only one was a limit keeper. The other ones were just duty. And that's the way it goes. But I found that recovering from these things, it's really important for you to instantly socialize. It's instantly important for you to take advantage of the hobby post afterward. For me, I came home and I woke up after sleeping in a little late, and I stayed in the garage. I watched video clips all day, not of myself. This is just for background lighting. I'm sure I'm going to regret the shadow on it. But I organized my tackle. I decided what lures do I want to change up and use immediately in the future. I want to focus a little more on finesse fishing to get the early morning bite until the reaction bite comes along when the day heats up. So I need to put the finesse back in my lineup. Find something you like doing and doing it. Get socialized after the event. And more importantly, just remember, it's just a single day. I've got tons more events to fish. Things are going to get better. I'll get more than a 13-inch fish. I'm going to hit some limits. If you guys been watching a while, you know I'll have my days I find my fish. That's just how it works. Some days I'm still rather terrible. I started this channel bank fishing for bluegills from the bank and just a worm and a bobber, and here we are now trying to compete and getting disappointed if we only catch a couple fish. I think that's a great place to be. I think the reality check of it is that after a tournament, you have to understand it's a one and done. There's no going backs. There's reviewing and evaluating, but let it go. So socialize, go to the weigh-in, come home, do a hobby, do something you enjoy, and then just make sure you understand that it's over. You know, this is probably as bad as it's going to get, barring a strikeout. This is probably going to be my worst event of the year. Fingers crossed. So thank you guys for stopping by. For those of you who've been here since we were bank fishing for bluegills, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you keep coming back and you keep watching me grow, and I know a few of you reach out when we socialize on Facebook and you tell me that, hey, some things I've turned you on to, whether it's a certain lure or something, has worked for you as well. And that stuff keeps me going, and I really appreciate it, guys. It's nice to know that not only am I out here growing, but others are growing with me. It's very encouraging, and I love hearing that kind of stuff. So if you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps. Engagement helps me a lot, especially since we're now monetized. So yeah. And by the way, I think there's an announcement coming soon, if not already, about somebody new coming into the fold for Travis Does Kayak Fishing. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by. YouTube thinks you'll like the video on the left. I really like the playlist on the right. If you haven't subscribed, please consider. If you like what you're seeing, like and comment. It really helps out the channel. See you on the next one. Thanks.